Alright, so this is example 1 of our Excel spreadsheets. We're going to use a nice simple formula to then calculate some values using Excel. So this formula we're all familiar with, y equals mx plus c. A gradient intercept form for a linear equation or a linear function. We're going to use our values of m, x, and c down here on the bottom right to then calculate our value of y. Now we're going to start off by putting these headings in here, M, X, C, and Y. So we're just going to type those letters into the cells. M, if I click tab, it goes to the cell to the right. Type in X, C, and Y. If I hit enter, it's going to go to the cell at the start of the next row. Similar to like a Word document, when you hit enter, it goes down a line. Now we're going to type in all of our values down here in the bottom right that we know for M, X, and C. So we go 2, 5, and 4, hit enter, 3, 4, and 10, 5, 3, and -7, 10, -2, -5, and the last but not least, 8, 4, and 6. Now, like I said before, I don't want to be doing all this maths. That's what Excel is going to help us with. If I had like 100 different calculations I need to do, and they're all the same calculation, I'm going to get Excel to do all the heavy lifting for me here. So to do that, we're going to input our formula into this cell here. Y is going to be equal to 2 times 5 plus 4. Now what I'm going to do is click equals, because that's going to tell Excel what is this cell going to equal. Makes sense, right? So this cell here is going to equal to this 2, or whatever the cell that 2 is in here. Click on that one there. It's then going to be multiplied, so we go Shift 8 to give our little asterisk sign there. That tells Excel to multiply. It's going to be multiplied by whatever that cell is. M times X, we now need to plus C. Let me click on it there. If I then hit enter, we get 14. 2 times 5 is 10, plus the 4 is 14. That checks out. Next, I'm going to click on the bottom right hand corner here, because I wanted Excel to do all the heavy lifting for me. Drag it down as far as I need, let go, and it's done all the calculations for me. Now let's kind of have a look at what this cell is doing exactly. So if I click up here, and also just to avoid some little pains and little errors, if I always click to the end of that formula here and click enter, it's not going to change anything. Sometimes if I'm clicking in the middle here and I accidentally click a cell over here, it's a bit of a pain, and sometimes it messes with the formula. So it's just something to keep in mind. So if I click on this one up here, it's telling me we're going to go that times that plus that. Click enter, that works. Now if I click to the cell below, you'll notice that the blue, red, and purple have all moved down a row. Because every time I drag it down, Excel is going to do the next row corresponding to it. It's essentially relative to our equals our formula cell at the end here. Enter, that works there. If I check with this one, checks out again. So that's really a nice simple example on how to apply and use a formula in Excel.